going to be a great match, Jim. The great thing about this match is these players played together many times, Lewis and Trevor, and one of them now is going to be an open doubles world titleist, finally.
Yes, they are. That's true. Good point. Of course, we also have championship doubles coming later on, and Tom Yore and Louis Cartwright are in the finals of that as well against Frederic Collignon and Todd Lafredo, who will be looking for their 7th world title in the last 8 years. The weekend's truly big elite doubles event.
It's great to have Rob Meat Pie Atha here from the UK, representing his country well, and meat sauce pastries, what they are being. But you know Billy very well. You've been staying with him. How do you think Billy's been playing at this tournament so far?
I think he's had a great tournament so far. He won Open Singles. I think it's a bit of a downer that Open Singles wasn't the main event. So,
all right, we're underway. It's 1-0 Trevor Park starting in the forward position. Interesting. The reasoning behind that, perhaps they feel that Billy Pappas is a better pull shot defender against Tom Yore.
I also think Billy has trouble scoring on Lewis, so I think that's another reason behind the switching.
Absolutely, and he has. You're right. Throughout this weekend, in fact, he's had a great deal of difficulty, although a couple alterations to his shot. The fact that he can walk that ball around instead of just rocking, because Lewis will block a rocking-style snake shot, but I think if you walk it around, you could have some success against him. We'll see how it all plays out. It's 1-1 here in the first. Trevor Park is a rocking-style snake shooter. Try to come to the near side, blocked by Cartwright.
Billy stated pretty openly that he wasn't comfortable shooting on Lewis's defense. He doesn't like that shake defense, and he's pretty honest about it. I think that's the reason there, that he's starting in the net. He feels more comfortable with Trevor shooting against Lewis.
He also said he's shooting great out of goal, so I'll look for him to score a few points this game.
And that shot stuffed back into the goal. How many times has that happened this weekend to Louis Cartwright? Although he's been playing awfully well, he has been stuffed on several occasions shooting that pull shot.
Well, Lewis is going to have his work cut out for him because he's played with Trevor for so long. Trevor knows his defense, knows what he likes to shoot. He's watched him play countless times, so it's to Trevor's benefit to a certain extent.
Back comes Tom Yore converting. It's 2-2. Yore now with a chance to take the lead, shooting against Billy Pappas. Anytime you make a decision out of fear, as apparently is happening here with Billy Pappas starting in that goalie position, I don't feel it's a positive one. Billy Pappas, the way he is shooting the ball, can score against anybody, including Louis Cartwright, if he sticks with the things that make him a successful forward. It's truly and totally a mental thing, I think, with Billy Pappas and Louis Cartwright.
I think you're right. I have to agree with you that Billy can go laterally to both sides of the goal as quick as anyone. No one can race his 3-bar rollover, so it's obviously in his head. I guess time will tell.
Well, the way that Billy Pappas can walk that ball around, the way he can fake to one corner or the other and then go back down the middle, I think is advantageous to a defense, the style of Louis Cartwright's. If you sit there and rock, Louis can time you.
We'll have to see how well Trevor scores and see if the decision's made later for them to switch back.
All right. Right now, Yore with a chance to take the lead. Of course, Tom Yore and Louis Cartwright coming from the loser's side would have to defeat Pappas and Park in 2 consecutive 3 out of 5 matches to win the open doubles title.
It's going to be interesting to see if Louis and Tom actually win this first match, if they start with Trevor in forward position. I think the way Billy's been playing, he should really be playing forward.
And you made the interesting point earlier that the male goal of the year is playing forward and the male forward of the year is playing goalie. But that, even so, Billy, I think, is the better goalie than Trevor. I just believe he's a better shooter and he's got a lot better action. So it's going to be his first game, 2-2. Plenty of time for them to do some switching around.
And generally, when coming from that loser side, you love to get that first game of that opening set, hoping to propel your team or an individual player onto that first set victory. Tom Yore now from pull shot position at his best when he takes his time, as he's doing here. He finds a very tight split hole, demonstrating the point we've been making all weekend, that hole will be there. It is here on this occasion. It's now 3-2.
And the reason that hole is, the reason why that particular long split, 3/4 there, is because people are acclimated to his long that it doesn't have great lateral speed to it, so they get out there just a little bit, they get ahead of the ball, and he gets that 3/4. He's been tagging that thing all weekend.
Tom Yore now setting it up in pull shot position. Once again, trying to take a 2-goal lead. Goes to that straight hole after about a second and a half. Blocked and taken away by Pappas. Tom Yore simply at times cannot resist the urge to go ahead and just shoot the ball. Well, that's most players' problem as well. It's very difficult to sit on the ball. It's something you have to practice, something you have to work on. But Tom and the numbers speak for themselves, is a much better shooter when he sits on that ball at least 5 seconds. Nice pass by Pappas to the 3 of Park. Trevor out of Glendale, California, 3-time world doubles finalist with the man he's shooting against right now, Lewis Cartwright. Park able to find the hole. It's 3-3. And you see Lewis is really not using that Lewis shuffle against Park. Back comes Yore, who continues to get the ball. Tom has been solid throughout the weekend. Perhaps his best performance in close to 10 years.
Tom has been scoring and passing at will versus some of the best forwards in the world. The best forwards in the world. He's been playing way above what we typically see out of Tom.
Well, Tom, a former singles champion at the U.S. Open back in 1997, I believe. And in 1994, he won the national championships with the late Casey Pruitt. Billy Pappas has possession of the ball on his 2-row. Officials for the match, Arthur Mitchell and Terry Rue. Pappas puts the ball back into play, setting it up about 6 inches off the wall in pull shot position. And slices it to that short side into the goal. It's 4-3.
That's where he's just a dangerous, scary threat. That 2-bar, he could shoot anything back there. It keeps the opposition zone guessing.
He also has a full range of passes what can exploit any zone as well.
And that shot blocked and taken away by Pappas. Rob, what part of the United States are you from? I don't recognize the accent.
Funny point, Jim. No, I've been living in Cincinnati, Ohio for the last month.
That's the problem.
That explains it.
They
Trevor
don't
Park
speak
now
English there.
with a chance to put away game number 1. They try to come to the near side, blocked into the air and off the table. Oh, of course, Rob Atha, the best player perhaps to ever come out of the country of England, the UK. Currently rated number 2 in Europe, I believe. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Yeah. Who's in front of you? Here we go. Tom Yore brings it across with a rolling pull shot. Blocked and retrieved by Pappas.
The only other loser in Europe?
Of course, the great Federico Lignon, the number 1 player in Europe, number 1 player in the world, perhaps the number 1 player in the history of the world.
I really think he's the best player ever.
In the history of the world, since the dawn of man.
Tom Yore able to find that straight hole. It's 4-4.
Timeout.
4-4 here in the first game.
We have one, right?
Yore and Cartwright coming from that loser side would love to get this first game. Pappas now moving back to forward. There we go. Billy serves the ball down to his 5. Sitting dead still. Lane or wall. Try to go with a little stick-up pass. Blocked by Yore. Pappas. Try to go through the lane. Knocked down again by Tom Yore. Oftentimes, when you play in that goalie position, it can be difficult to have immediate impact when coming to that forward position.
And I don't know why the
Feeling
change. I don't know why the change, but I'm going to agree with you in the sense, Jim, if they're making these decisions out of fear, if they feel like Billy can close this match better, that's the wrong attitude right now.
Cartwright setting it up in pole position. Goes to that short side on goal. Blocked and retrieved by Park. Trevor, an excellent shooter back there. Really gets a lot of lateral speed, a lot of snap on his shots. Brings it across with an angling effort. Yore almost able to pick it up. Trevor Park with a rebound. Setting it up on that outside goal line. Park brings it across back and forth and fires that shot on goal. A nice shot by Park. Somehow Cartwright stayed home to make the block.
It's like a double reverse pull kick.
Lewis Cartwright fires that one wide of the goal. Rebounded by Park.
Barely wide of the goal. That one rimmed the corner and came out.
Trevor Park down the middle. Cartwright with a rebound. Lewis just looking to pass or clear the ball. Blocked by Pappas.
You know, depending on the timeout situation, Trevor should probably call a timeout and let Billy shoot it out of the back.
Almost grabbed on the 3 by Yore. I believe that was a pass. Pappas with a rebound on his 5. It's 4-4 here in the first game. And Pappas hard along that inner wall. He'll set it up. There goes Cartwright into that Lewis shuffle. Billy Pappas.
Let Trevor shoot it, maybe.
Sitting still, letting him work hard back there. And he's going to call timeout and let Trevor Park come to forward. Perhaps. We'll see.
It's not Trevor saying, you shoot it. I think Trevor... No, it's a funny kind of thing that's happening over there, but it's almost a hide Trevor situation, unfortunately. I don't know what's going on here.
Well, you talked, Mark Torres, about making decisions based on fear. If you're going to win a world championship, you got to go out there and get it. You can't be basing things on fear. You have to aggressively go out and pursue it and know that you can remedy any defensive situation that might occur. That's what they need to do here. Billy Pappas will indeed stay in that forward position. Let's see what happens.
I think that's a good move. Billy needs to take control of the game.
And if he scores it here, it'd be quite a confidence builder, which then may propel them to an easy first set win. We'll see. Pappas puts the ball back into play. There goes Cartwright. Let's see if Billy makes him work. Let's see if Billy walks that ball around. He's going into a rock. Walks it. Next time to come back to that near side. Cartwright with a block. Up into the air and off the table. Pappas with a reserve.
Now you just have to wonder, with all the second place finishes between Lewis and Trevor in World Finals, what the mental pressure is they have put on themselves right now.
Well, that ball came up on the corner of the table, just on the lip of the table, then back down to Cartwright. Tom Yore has won second place finish at the World Championships as well in 1998, playing with Christina Fuchs in the mixed doubles title, losing to Don Swan and Tina Roton. Billy being tentative on that 5. Go ahead, Rob.
It doesn't look like Billy's 5's really warmed up at the moment. You can see like he's had a few mis-executed passes already in this game.
Yeah, and part of that could be because he started in the goalie position. It's a confidence issue right now with Billy Pappas, specifically with Lewis Cartwright, but overall it's got to affect you in all parts of your game.
Not just that, and then I referred earlier about 3 open doubles second place finishes, but you know the sheer accumulation was more than that. Between Lewis and Trevor, they had, I think it was it almost double digits in second place finishes in doubles?
Well, I don't know if it was that high.
Tom's putting a real good D up on the 5, making Billy think a lot, making him a little hesitant on his passes.
Well, Billy used to take a little more time as well. Pass down the middle, nicely executed by Yore. A chance for Tom Yore to win game number 1. Shooting against Trevor Park. Yore fires it home. Tom Yore strokes home that pull shot. Game number 1 goes to Yore and Cartwright. Trevor Park, Billy Pappas now on the right. Tom Yore, Lewis Cartwright on the left as we open up game number 2, and Park and Pappas find themselves down 1-0. Not out of the question that we're going to see a second set. Billy Pappas now possession of the ball, lower part of your screen. Billy, as we've talked about, an excellent shooter from that 2-row. And he proves it to you right there, stroking home that pull shot. It's 1-0.
Billy has the most gnarly stuff out of that. It was a long, hard spray. Just shot totally, completely across the field.
Yeah, that was definitely a nasty one.
Tom Yore now. Going to even it up at 1, but there's Pappas to make the block. Yore and Cartwright won game number 1, 5-4. Pappas, who scored the last time he had the ball, sets it up, fires that one just wide of the goal. There's Billy to grab the rebound, and rebounded all the way back to him. Pappas again, slicing effort, ends up just wide of Trevor Park's 5-row, who stabbed it backwards. Nice play by Park, picked up by Pappas.
Billy's picking up the pace a little bit.
Pappas slowing it down a bit, then strokes home that pull shot. What an offensive weapon back there. But Billy Pappas steps to the 2-row. Look out. So it's 2-0 in favor of Billy Pappas here in game number 2. Both shots coming from that powerful right arm on that 2-row of young Pappas, just 20 years old, out of Lowell, Massachusetts. Tom Yore comes back looking to get his team on the board here in game number 2. It's 1-0 in favor of Yore and Cartwright. Tom Yore from pull shot position, taking his time. And strokes it home, I believe, down the middle once again. Tom Yore really can shoot that squared off pull shot down the middle. Back comes Park.
This weekend, no doubt, he's been hitting that thing really solid.
Park tried to come to the near side, and there's Cartwright to make the save. It bounces up into the air and off the table. It remains 2-1. Certainly the most consistent performance for Tom Yore in many, many a year. We'll see Tom also a little later on in the championship doubles final against Polignone Lafredo. Tom Yore strokes home that pull shot. It's 2-2.
I didn't catch that hole. Was that the 3-quarter or was that the long?
I believe he went long. Yeah. Park Into that tic-tac nicely along the inner wall. Set it up against Cartwright. And you'll see Lewis does not use the shuffle, that hard, fast shuffle against Park. Maybe he should as Park fires it home around that defense. It's 3-2.
Must be an emotionally draining thing right now for Trevor and Lewis to be playing against each other after the finals they played with each other.
Yeah.
And just the overall stress of trying to close again in another doubles final.
Tom Yore finds the straight hole, shooting awfully well. It's 3-3. Another interesting thing, Billy Pappas for a couple of years played with Tom Yore's brother Mike Yore on the Pro Tour.
It's kind of like that JFK thing with Lincoln.
You bet.
It's crazy.
It is. I think we've talked about that before on the air. It is fascinating, so I think we'll just leave it alone for now. And Trevor Park able to stroke that one home. It's 4-3. Points are coming hot and heavy here in game number 2. And we have a timeout. 4-3 here in the second game in favor of Pappas and Park. Billy Pappas to the forward position, Park to goal. Tom Yore cannot hold on to that pass. Trevor Park with the rebound. So apparently Billy Pappas is the designated closer. He's come up both games once they got to 4. This is the strategy, apparently.
Or who knows if they think they're going to get a block on Tom from Trevor? I don't get it. Someone could explain it to me later, I guess.
Trevor Park setting it up 6 inches off the wall in pull shot position. Back and forth, pull kick effort blocked by the 3-rod of Tom Yore.
It makes you wonder if this team needs some leadership because Billy scores 2 from the back and then they switch and let Trevor out.
I think leadership may be an issue. Tom Yore is going to call timeout.
Someone could explain it to me, and I'm going to have to ask later. So Billy scores 2 from the back, and Trevor scores 1 on his 3-bar, and then they switch so that Trevor could take the shots out of the back. I don't know if there's some defensive tactic they have in mind. What do you think, Rob?
Well, I think it's a defensive tactic. Billy's defensive 5-bar is normally pretty good against the tic-tac series, and Tom just went 3 for 3 on Billy with his pull shot. So I think it's reason behind that.
We'll call a timeout and let Billy shoot it at least.
Also could be a preconceived thing that they decided that once they get to 4, Pappas comes to forward.
See, both of them don't know where to go now.
Now it's Pappas to goal and Park to forward, even though Tom Yore has had some success against Billy Pappas. Tom Yore now looking to even it at 4 here in game number 2. From pull shot position, Yore strokes it again down the middle. Tom Yore finding success once again. It's 4-4.
And Trevor looks to Billy as if who's going to play front here.
And that pass misexecuted, rebounded by Cartwright. Cartwright taking his time. Fires that long pull shot off a man into the goal. So coming back from a 4-3 deficit, a lot of that due to perhaps to the indecision down the stretch of Park and Pappas. It's now 2-0.
You can almost see it. You can almost see it pending when Trevor looks at Billy and says, "Do you want this possession?" And then he drops the ball, does a 3-man weave. He drops the ball, does a 3-man weave, and then misexecutes the lane pass. And I don't want to play on it too much. Trevor's been in this situation. He's not done well under pressure, and it might be really severely affecting him right now where he doesn't want to be up there in the clutch possession. That's unfortunate. He needs to dig deep, look on the inside.
Yeah, in my opinion, you need to stick Billy Pappas up there. You need to leave him. Pappas needs to begin to walk that ball around, fake to the corners, go back down the middle, use the things that have made him the 2005 Tornado Player of the Year. Right now, they're tentative. They're coming from a defensive position, not being aggressive. We'll see again what happens, but right now it's not looking good, at least in this opening set, for Park and Pappas. All right, here we go. Pappas and Park on the left, Yore and Cartwright on the right, and Billy Pappas is starting in that forward position. My opinion, again, this is what they need to do. This is what got him there. Talking about arguably right now the best forward in the world, or at least tied with Collignon and Billy Pappas. You got to play with your strengths, and that certainly would be Pappas at that forward position.
It's also tough because Billy and Trevor lost to Lewis and Tom. Did they lose this time? They lost him in championship doubles? Is that what the event was?
Yeah,
so they're making good. Sorry.
Yeah, Tom and Lewis beat them in championship doubles.
They're making decisions based on that loss.
And based on a long history between Billy Pappas and Lewis, Cartwright, Trevor Park coming up big in that opening point of game number 3 as he strokes home that pull shot. It's 1-0. Tom Yore hard along that wall. What confidence he's playing with.
Right, everything is a little bit quicker. Everything is a little bit more smooth because he's in the zone. Tom has been in the zone this weekend.
Yore from pull shot position again, finding that hole down the middle. 1-1 here in the third game. Of course, Pappas and Park do not want to go to a second set. I'm not sure they're going to have much of a choice. We'll have to see. Billy Pappas has got to heat up offensively on that 3-row. They're certainly capable of it, Mark.
Well, they had opportunities in both the first 2 games, so they're not out of it. They're just not closing well. The decision-making is questionable. Switching back and forth at awkward times. Not really clear what's happening.
Oh, Billy Pappas, we had a brief medical timeout. Apparently a cut finger. Yes, Billy Pappas cut the index finger on his left hand. Here we go. Pappas serving the ball down to his 5. It's 1-1 here in game number 3. It's 2-0 in favor of Yore and Cartwright, and Yore steals it away. Pappas steals it right back. Billy. The thing that makes that passing series great is that he can take anywhere from 1 to 10 seconds or so before he passes it, much like a good pull shot. There he goes. He's walking that ball around. That fast shuffle put forth by Cartwright and Pappas all the way out to that far side. Beautiful shot by Billy, the best of the match. It's 2-1.
You know what I like about that 5-row series is typically the more simple the thing is, the easier it is to execute. It has so few moving parts.
Yeah. And Pappas suddenly with some renewed vigor, passing it through, walking it around. Out to that far side, back towards the middle, trying to come down the middle. Nice shot attempt, nice block and save by Lewis Cartwright. Cartwright fires it on goal, blocked and retrieved by Park. And Trevor Park strokes it home. Beautiful shot by Park. He can really shoot that ball laterally from that 2-row. It's 3-1.
I think Lewis and Tom really need to work on the zone, because that's like 4 out of goal in the last 3 sets. So
it's not clear.
But you're talking about 2 guys who can really shoot that ball and have that long zone breaker, if you will, where they feature to the punch and really get it out there deep. Here we go. Tom Yore serves the ball, passes it through. He'll set it up against Trevor Park, looking to pull back within 1. Tom has not missed a lot of shots in this match, and he continues to shoot the ball well, and 80% of them, it seems, are down the middle.
And it's not just the down the middle, it's the long middle. It's that hole before the long that he's been successful shooting.
And Pappas can't hold on to that one. Cartwright with a rebound. Pappas and Park up 3-2 here in game number 3, the opening set of the doubles final, the open doubles final here at the World Championships in the year 2005. I'm Jim Stevens, along with Mark Torres, Rob Athert, Ezekiel Iceman Moore, Christina Fuchs, Brandon Moreland, etc., Brad Anderson. The inside Foos crew. There's that fast shovel. Billy walking it all the way out to that far side. Try to come back to the near side. Cartwright. I think he'd start to get worn out using that style of defense. Tom Yore also trying to cover as much territory as he can, and Park again puts a shot on goal. Lewis slowing the pace down, perhaps getting a little rest as well. Pappas grabs it on his 5, sets it up, and hammers it along that inside wall. Billy into a rock. Works to the near side and then strokes it home deep to that far corner. That is impressive, but nobody goes deeper or faster to the corners than Billy Pappas.
You see Lewis there, if he had a shot of him, you'd see him visibly breathing hard, so he's getting a little bit tired. He's breathing with his mouth open like he's jogging right now.
We'll have to explain later to Lewis what exactly jogging is. Pappas can't connect on that pass effort, rebounded by Cartwright.
How about a heart rate under 200? Maybe we should explain to him what that is.
And Trevor Park now in possession, top of your screen. Quickly clearing it, stabbed forward by Pappas to his 3. Billy try to come back down the middle after a fake to the near side. He's got the right idea. Maybe take a little more time against Cartwright. Let him work. And another opportunity to put away game number 3 for Billy Pappas. Also has that simple flip over straight if he wants it. And he comes back down the middle after faking to that far side. Game number 3 goes to Pappas and Park. It's now 2 games to 1. Tom Yore and Lewis Cartwright now on the left. Billy Pappas, Trevor Park now on the right. Pappas and Park now trailed by 1 game at 2 games to 1. Tom Yore with a serve. Tom Yore, who still continues to not miss very often from his 3-row, yet Pappas and Park were still able to win that last game. Yore now with the first scoring opportunity of game number 4, setting it up in pull shot position, executes the straight. It's 1-0.
Yeah, Tom is feeling it. It was great. Trevor decided to take away the middle and the long and give him the straight, and Tom took it. So he's shooting the hole that the goalie's given him.
And Yore now again possession on his 5. 1 game away from taking it to a second and final, 3 out of 5. That one angles towards the goal. It's dug out by Trevor Park. Trevor originally out of Glendale, California, in the Los Angeles area, now living in Tempe, Arizona, in the Phoenix, Arizona area. But once you're from SoCal, you're always from SoCal.
You always claim to be from SoCal. It's true.
And Billy Pappas now with a chance to even it at 1 here in game 4. Close-up provided by Ezekiel Iceman Moore as you watch Billy Pappas taking his time, letting Cartwright work. Pappas strokes it home deep to that near corner. Billy starting to gain confidence. It's 1-1.
And that's all Billy needs, is a little bit of confidence, and this is going to be a totally different match. Billy can overwhelm these 2 guys by himself. He's playing that great this year.
Trevor Park. Down the middle he goes, continuing to pepper the goal with shots. Trevor Park, very talented offensive player. Pappas with the rebound, picking it up, setting it up, and stroking it home to the far side.
This could get ugly anytime now. Just when Billy gets confidence on the 3-bar, I don't think there's anyone who can stop him.
I agree. Tom Yore, who has also been shooting the ball extremely well, mostly to the inside, down the middle into that straight hole. See what he does here. Yore strokes that one home. I believe he got that one all the way out there. It's 2-2. Yore to goal. Cartwright to forward. Cartwright giving a little different look defensively here. Pappas through the lane. Billy will be shooting against Tom Yore as he sets it up in snake position, rocks back and forth. Taking his time. Billy Pappas strokes it home to that far side. Look out now. Here comes young Billy Pappas, who is definitely on a roll.
You'll notice something from Trevor when he shoots out of the back. It's 8 out of 10 times it's a reverse, some kind of reverse shot. And he's really comfortable shooting reverses. He has a setup pull shot for the most part. It's a lot of reverses and double reverse push kicks and pull kicks.
The pressure on right now on Tom Yore to continue his offensive exploits. Try to go to that straight hole, blocked by Park. Tom once again. Tried to go down the middle, off a man, wide of the goal. Rebounded by Park. Trevor setting it up about 7 inches off that outer wall, just inside that goal line. Comes around with a fake and calls timeout. And this is the Billy Pappas and Trevor Park we've grown to know. The guys who won the national championships this year in Chicago. Here we go. Trevor Park will put the ball back into play. Trevor fires that one down the table. Backspin carries it to the 5 of Billy Pappas, who sets it up, waits him out, snaps it off to that wall. Pappas again, shooting against Cartwright, sitting dead still, letting Lewis work. Try to come to the near side. There's Cartwright getting a man on it, up into the air and off the table.
What do you like to shoot on that type of defense, Rob?
I'm not sure. I've never played against Lewis, so I'm not really quite sure.
Shake defense in general? We see it from...
Oh, back comes Tom Yore, stroking it home. Speaking of confidence, Tom Yore remains a very confident player. It's now 3-3.
That was a monster long, but go ahead, finish your thought.
Well, on shake defense, I'll just probably wait them out for about 10 seconds and just hit a corner real hard.
Yeah.
I keep them honest with a few middles. It looks like Lewis is leaving the middle a bit now.
Back comes Pappas, finds that hole down the middle. Nice pick by Pappas. Tom Yore serves the ball down to his 5. Trailing 4-3, leading 2-1. Passes it down the middle. Yore shooting against Park, looking to even it at 4 and give his team a match point. Or a set point in this case. Yore. First, he's going to utilize a timeout. Tom Yore will touch 2 men, putting the ball back into play. Looking to even it at 4, give his team a set point. Tom Yore comes around with a fake. Resets. Clock is running. And he comes back with that rolling pull shot. It is set point for Tom Yore and Lewis Cartwright here in the 4th game.
It was a rolling 3-quarter split. If you could see that, he's past the zone now.
Let's see how Pappas responds. Billy sitting still. Goes through the lane. Awfully tough to stop that passing series. Billy now setting it up, looking to take it to a 5th game. Pappas walks it to the near side and strokes it to the far side. Here we go. 5th game. Tom Yore, Lewis Cartwright on the right. Billy Pappas, Trevor Park on the left. Pappas and Park pull this one out. They're the Open Doubles champions, and that would be 2 Open titles this weekend for Billy Pappas. Park got a piece of that one. It's grabbed by Cartwright. Cartwright setting it up. About 5.5 inches off the wall in pull shot position. Slowing the pace down and fires it down the middle. Nice stab by Trevor Park right to the 5 of his partner Pappas.
Transition play, 2 to the 5 bar passing.
And Billy now with a chance to get on the board first here in game 5. Pappas, who's been shooting the ball awfully well these last couple of games. Walking the dog. And strokes it home deep to that far corner. It's 1-0.
And you know what? It's time for Lewis to make a defensive adjustment because Pappas has picked up on it. He knows what he wants to shoot, and Lewis is in trouble now.
Well, I seem to remember a certain reporter early in this match talking about how walking that ball around against that defense might be successful. And it turns out, Mark Torres, that you were right.
Nice job, Appa.
Yeah. Back comes Pappas after that stroking long pull shot by Yore. It's 1-1 here in the 5th. See if Pappas can continue his offensive onslaught from that 3. Cartwright continuing with that Lewis shuffle. That one came to the near side, bounced up off the table, off the score rack. Pappas will reserve.
I like to draw the analogy that in the middle of a match, you get certain riddles put in front of you, whether it's a defense or something you're not executing or whatever it is, and your responsibility to make the adjustment. Billy's overcome. He's figured out this defense.
Walking it around again, going deep to that corner. It's 2-1. Billy says, stay back there, Trevor.
And now the responsibility goes to Lewis now to make the adjustment and offer another challenge to Billy.
And Pappas got a piece of that one. Yore couldn't hold on to it on his 3. It rolls to the 5 of Pappas. Pappas has been a freight train these last couple of games, but he can't hold on to it right there. 2-1 lead for Pappas and Park here in Game 5. It's the Open Doubles World Championship match. Cartwright fires that one just wide of the goal. Rebound caroms off the back wall right to the 5 of Pappas. Sits still, looking lane, looking wall. Goes lane again, can't hold on to it. Here's Lewis Cartwright. Still plenty of foosball to be played here in this opening set. Anything can happen. Cartwright down the middle. The ball rolls around. Yore had a chance to grab it on his 5. Perhaps overreacted just a bit. It squirts back to the 3 of Pappas. Billy setting it up. Rocking back and forth. Now sitting still. Walking it around. Tried to go to that far corner again. Just wide of the goal. Rebound comes all the way back to Park. Trevor setting it up. Upper right-hand corner of the table. Park tried to go down the middle. Blocked back into the goal by the hustling Tom Yore. It's 2-2.
That was a big point right there. Billy had a couple of shots to take a 3-1 lead, and now it's 2-2.
Yep, those pivotal points, 2-1, 3-2. Go either way. Let's see how Pappas responds. Look to regain the lead from front pin position. Billy Pappas. Try to come back to that near side. Cartwright with a block, and Cartwright shakes his fist. Yes.
I'll take it back about deciphering the riddle. The riddle's still alive and kicking.
And Yore with a steal. Tom Yore and Lewis Cartwright must win this game to take it to a second set. In a final 3 out of 5 showdown for the title. Tom Yore, realizing the importance of the situation, calls timeout.
Time, Billy. Yep.
Here we go. Tom Yore will touch 2 men, putting the ball back into play. Yore, a lot of time just at this flick of that ball because of the clock. Pappas got a piece of that pass, but it rebounds right to the 3 of Yore, who's got a chance to take the lead here in game number 5. And he finds that hole to the straight hole. It's 3-2. Here comes Yore. Yore and Cartwright have surged ahead here in game number 5, 3-2. Billy Pappas with a serve. Reset call. Pappas continue to sit there and then snap off that lane pass blocked by Yore. Yore really hustling defensively. Pappas through the lane. Billy with a chance to even it at 3. Cartwright with that Lewis shuffle. Billy tried to come back down the middle. Didn't look like he executed that exactly the way he wanted to. Might have wanted to get that a little deeper. Blocked and taken away by Cartwright.
Everybody ready? Play ball.
That's the second and final timeout for Yore and Cartwright as Lewis puts the ball back into play. Lewis oftentimes will score out of a timeout. We'll see what happens here. He fires that one down the table, rebounded by Park. Trevor Park fires that one along that outside wall inadvertently, rebounded again by Cartwright. So after that flurry, about 2.5 games worth of flurry from Billy Pappas, he has slowed down a bit here due to some excellent defense by Lewis Cartwright. Pass at him by Park. Cartwright with a rebound. And the ball turned over by Cartwright to the 3-rod of Billy Pappas. Let's see if Billy can make him pay. Shot attempt. Hit off the man, off the edge of the goal, into the goal. A break right there for Pappas and Park. It's 3-3. In the lane goes Tom Yore. Big shot right here in the fortunes of Yore and Cartwright. Tom Yore strokes it home to that long hole. He is not missing very often from that 3-row. It's 4-3. It's set point again for Yore and Cartwright.
That's as smooth and hard a long as you'll see Tom Yore ever shoot.
And he steals the ball away from Pappas. Yore. Tom cannot connect. Park with the rebound. Trevor fires that one just wide of the goal, off the corner of the goal. Cartwright with a rebound. Beautiful shot by Park. Varying effort. Park with a rebound. 4-3 in favor of Yore and Cartwright here in game number 5. Nice pass by Park to the 3-rod of Billy Pappas, who's got a chance to even it at 4 and take it down to one final ball here in this opening set. Trying to go to that far side. Perhaps Cartwright got a piece of it. Blocked up into the air and off the table. Billy Pappas passing it down the middle. Catching it on its 3, Billy Pappas. Try to come to the near side, and suddenly Lewis Cartwright has turned things around again. Pass attempt rolls towards the goal. Nice save by those quick hands of Trevor Park. Park with a pass attempt, grabbed on the 5 by Tom Yore. Tom with an opportunity to advance it to its 3 and perhaps put away set number 1. He does advance it. Can he hold on to it? Oh, cannot. It rolls to a dead stop. Tough break right there for Yore. The serve will come to Pappas.
I'll say it again. That's about that's the first time I'm going to say it. That's the 4th time I've seen Tom do an angle down pass on 4-4. He's favoring that angle down lane pass on 4-4. I've seen him do it quite a few times this weekend. So
Pappas along the wall, blocked by Yore. Yore, look at him hustle. Pappas able to find that hole along the wall. Billy, who has missed, I believe, 6 of his last 7 shots. Pappas strokes it home to the far side. It is championship point for Pappas and Park. 4-4 here in the 5th.
that was a good stroke. It was a misdirection. He tapped it down, hovered on the opposite side of the ball, and then went back push side. So he really faked the pull side and went to the push side on that one.
Pappas and Park with 1 timeout remaining. Yore and Cartwright are out as Tom Yore serves the ball down to his 5. Back and forth, passing it down the middle of the table, grabbing it on his 3-row. Tom Yore with a chance to take it to a second set. Yore from pull shot position comes around the ball. Resets it. Does not have a timeout remaining. Yore. taking his time and strokes it home to that long hole. What a clutch shot from Tom Yore at 4-4 in the 5th game. We're going to a second set. What a performance by Tom Yore all match long.
His pull shot is looking incredible right now. It's at a different speed right now. It's more speed. He's in the zone with his pull shot. There's no way to explain it. He's hitting that thing with great speed, great lateral speed, pounding and hitting hard with confidence. And it's really the difference right now in this game.
Well, Mark, Rob, we wanted a good match. We certainly got one, and it looks like we're going to get another one as Tom Yore and Lewis Cartwright, after winning the first 2 games, losing the second 2 games, respond down the stretch to pull out that opening set. I think we've got some big things to look forward to in the second set.
I think so. I've never seen Tom play this well before, to be honest with you. His five's on fire, and the last few shots he's hit really deep to the long hole and with power and confidence. So I'm looking forward to the second set.
I see you playing. It's never missing.
Jim Stevens, Brian Anderson, Christina Fuchs, and Ezekiel Iceman Moore back with you here on pit table number 1 for the second set of the Open Doubles Final. It's Billy Pappas and Trevor Park on the left. It's Tom Yore, Lewis Cartwright on the right side of the table, and here we go. Tom Yore and Lewis Cartwright won a very closely contested opening set, 5-4 in the 5th, with Tom Yore shooting somewhere in the neighborhood of 70% for the match. Billy Pappas had a hot spurt during this middle of the match, but other than that, it was all about Tom Yore and his ability to hit that inside on the pull shot. Brad Anderson.
It's going to be really interesting to see how if Tom can maintain that intensity and his focus for the second set.
And Pappas and Park on the board first. It's 1-0. Tom Yore. Have you ever seen Tom Yore play with more confidence than he is displaying here this weekend, and specifically in this final match? Yore taking his time and executes that straight. It's 1-1.
Not only confidence, but I said his intensity and his focus has really been there the entire time.
1-1 here in the first game of the second set of the Open Doubles Final. Tom Yore and Lewis Cartwright also in the finals of championship doubles against Colignone and Lafredo. Here's Yore now, possession on his 3. He'll shoot against Trevor Park with a chance to take a 2-1. Trying to go to that straight hole. There's Park staying home to make the block. Trevor Park has made 3 appearances in the championship match in doubles at the World Championships in previous years and has come up short each time. He's able to convert here from his 2-row. It's 2-1.
Again, that slicing pull shot.
And the ball stolen away by Pappas. Tom Yore tried that bounce pass, nicely executed, but there was Pappas waiting for him to take it away. Pappas tried to go through the lane. Yore baited him for that hole, then took it away. Tom along the wall nicely. Tom Yore from pull shot position. Comes around the ball with a timeout.
Let's go, kid. One left. Is everybody ready?
Tom Yore will touch 2 men, putting the ball back into play. Looking to even it at 2 here in the first game of this 3 out of 5 match to see who will be the Open Doubles champion. Yore taking his time, trying to go down the middle. There's Trevor Park to block it and take it away. Pass attempt. Cartwright with the rebound. Referees for the match, Michael Archer and Arthur Mitchell. MA and AM. Park has his shot blocked back into the goal. Tom Yore very good defensively, Brad Anderson, against the opposing goalie.
Kind of really what I'm interested in is watching when Lewis Cartwright gets the possessions in the goalie area, because he has a really sore wrist, and he's been trying to play through it, and so far it's been working, but he's certainly depending on Tom Yore to put the ball in the hole.
Yeah, well, he's had about a half an hour or so break since that first set of pass attempt goes into the goal. It's 3-2. Sometimes when you don't play, when you don't keep that loose, it can tighten up on you. Billy Pappas with a nice pickup and a chance to go up 4-2 right here from front pin position. Billy taking his time, letting Lewis Cartwright work. Walking it around, looking for the hole. Pappas try to go back to that far side, knocked down by Cartwright. Yore with a rebound.
Again, watching Lewis use that shuffle defense, the other thing he was saying is wondering how long he could maintain that if he has to.
You see Lewis looking a little fatigued, but hanging in there, and there is no better competitor in the world of foosball than Lewis Cartwright. Yore tried to go to that long hole. Trevor Park posted him up, made the block. He'll now set it up about 6 inches off the wall and pull position if he can. And the ball ends up on the 5 of Pappas. Just getting things underway here in set number 2. The doubles final, the open doubles final. Yore taking his time, a pass attempt rattles through, and Tom with a chance to tie it up at 3 here in game number 1. Yore shot extraordinarily well in that opening set, having a little bit of a difficulty getting started here in this second set. Fortunate to get this one back. Yore try to go to that long hole. Trevor Park coming out, showing a D here in set number 2.
It appears that Trevor's, they talked about it, and he's making some adjustments from that first set.
And Trevor's going to go ahead and use a timeout. Each team has used a timeout.
Everybody ready?
Arthur Mitchell says play ball, and here we go. 3-2 lead for Pappas and Park. Pass attempt on the near side, intercepted by Tom Yore. Yore into that weave. Goes through the lane successfully. Another chance here for Tom Yore to tie it up at 3. Yore taking his time, trying to go to that long hole, rimmed off both corners of the goal, rebounded by Trevor Park.
Not quite sure how that didn't go in. It sure looked like it was there.
That ball hops up into the air and off the table, so we're still at 3-2 here in game 1. Jim Stevens, Brad Anderson, Christina Fuchs, Ezekiel Iceman Moore, all on hand here to watch the second and final set of the open doubles final. Yore along the wall, having no difficulty getting the ball, Brad, but so far Trevor Park doing a good job defensively, and it continues right here.
Again, it looks like they made the adjustments between matches.
Rolling pull shot attempt, blocked by Park, but if you give up ProMaster enough shot attempts, it's going to score. But there's Trevor Park waiting for him, but he can't grab the rebound. Here's his 4th chance to tie it at 3 on this possession.
Number 5.
And again, Tom Yore. Take his time right here and then stroke it home to that long hole. It's 3-3. It was demonstrated quite clearly in that opening set that when Tom Yore takes his time, sits on the ball for 5, 7, 9 seconds, he's going to have success. Tom shot 70% for that opening set. Playing about as well as we've seen him play in many years. Pass through the lane by Pappas. Billy now looks to regain the lead against Lewis Cartwright. Pappas taking his time, takes it all the way out to that far side, back towards the middle. Trying to come to the near side, Cartwright with a block.
Cartwright really working hard. That shuffle defense. Gotta wonder how long he can keep it up.
Pappas sitting still, reset warning. Called by referee Arthur Mitchell. That one blocked up into the air and off the table once again.
Headed back onto the table by Billy Pappas.
We're still on warning right here? Yeah. You can still what off? Ready?
Billy Pappas has it knocked down, almost stolen by Yore. It bounces back to the 5 row of Billy. And Pappas is going to use the second and final timeout, so both forwards starting a little slowly. Billy touches through, putting the ball back into play. Trying to go along the wall, stolen away by Yore. It's all about confidence for Billy Pappas. You could probably say the same thing about Tom Yore. Pappas having difficulty on the 5. Cartwright slows it down, fires that pull shot on goal. Park with a rebound. Park has that one blocked, comes back to him. Still stuck on 3-3 here in game number 1. And let's see what Billy does here. He has possession on his 5. A little tentative once again.
He's getting away from the basic lane wall. He's throwing some odd little options in there, and so far really it's not working.
And Cartwright calls timeout. I believe both teams are out of timeouts now here at 3-3. There's Melissa Keg and Nancy Pappas. Melissa, Billy's significant other. Nancy, his mother. Nancy looking a little nervous.
Play ball.
Melissa, though, looks calm as a cucumber.
The teddy bear is also in attendance.
Here's Cartwright. Pass, nice pass by Cartwright. Yore couldn't hold on to it, had a lot of mustard behind it. Pappas now with a chance to take the lead. Billy Pappas comes off the ball and goes back on it, works it to that far side, off that outside corner. Rebounded by Cartwright. And here's Trevor Park. Been stuck at 3-3 for about 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes now. Either forward has been able to get on track. Both forwards played very well in that previous set.
The team's trying to take this first game.
And Lewis Cartwright, despite that sore wrist, strokes that long pull shot home. It's 4-3.
Well, as you say, the first set, Pappas and Park got down 2-0. So obviously this first game is going to be very important here.
Pappas again unable to connect on that pass attempt. And here's Tom Yore with a chance to put away game number 1. No timeouts remaining. Yore from pull shot position shooting against Trevor Park. Tom tried to stroke it, I believe, down the middle. Didn't get a lot behind it, perhaps going to that long hole. Rebounded by Park. Trevor just looking to clear the zone. It's stabbed forward again, grabbed by Yore. We have a stoppage in play.
We have a right to take it there, right?
No.
So look at this 3-bar then.
If it hit his 3-bar, it won't hit his line.
Did it or didn't it? I mean,
don't
if you
think
can't say conclusively,
Sure?
I'm sure.
that's good. Just be decisive. That's cool. That's the first lesson at the
Got that
officials
worked out.
today.
Let me get back into play here.
All right, the call was made by Arthur Mitchell. It was indeed an illegal advance. We'll have the courts go back and look at that if you're sitting at home watching this, as many of you are, to see if it did indeed hit the 3-row. But Tom Yore now with an opportunity to put away game number 1. Once again, he finds that hole down the middle. Tom Yore continuing to shoot the ball awfully well. Wins game number 1.
Let's go. Good job, Billy. Let's do it.
Here we go. Second game underway. Pappas goes along that wall, hauls it in on his 3 and sets it up. Now looking at it on the board first here in game number 2. And he strokes it home to that far side. Billy Pappas coming out again with that aggressiveness that we see from him oftentimes after a loss. Gets his team on the board first.
A couple of instances in that last game we saw Billy just shaking his head, kind of maybe some doubts there, but
Tom able to rattle that one through. He'll set it up in pull shot position. Shooting against Trevor Park. Yore taking his time. He tried to go to that straight hole, went wide of the goal. Rebound, Karam's back to the 5 of Pappas. Quick clearing, rather quick passing effort, blocked. Comes back to Billy. Pappas along the wall. Yore takes it away. Yore once again looking to even it at a point apiece here in game number 2. Yore and Cartwright lead 1-0. Tom Yore possession on his 5. Now joined in the booth by ProMaster player Brandon Moreland. Nice to have you, Brandon. What are your thoughts so far on this second set?
Well, it's really surprising so far, Tom, is come out, and he hasn't played as well as he had in the first set, and he still won the first game. It's a testament to how well Lewis is actually playing overall, and Billy's a little flat right now.
He is, and Lewis Cartwright, of course, playing excellent defense, as he's known to do, especially against a snake shot. Tom Yore now with a chance to tie it up once again at 1 apiece here in game number 2. From pull shot position, Tom Yore. Tried to stroke it to that long hole, knocked down by Park. Rebound caroms quickly back to the 3-row of Tom Yore, who will once again set it up. Yore, I just again stroke it, I believe, down the middle. There's Trevor Park waiting for him to take it away.
Those are truly guess attempts by Tom. He was just really trying to just wind up and hit that split about as hard as he possibly could.
Park fortunate to clear that one. Pappas along the wall. Since Billy Pappas first started using this passing series, he has been almost unstoppable from the 5 to the 3. Tom Yore doing a good job, but again, you're right, Pappas is a little bit flat. Not really aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, beautiful pass by Trevor Park. Pappas fires it down the middle. Nice pick by Billy. It's 2-0. And we have a timeout.
If they had it on the right angle, yeah.
We got to give that man right there, Trevor Park, some credit. But in the first set, I think Tom probably shot about 75% against Trevor Park. Park so far, I would think, is probably blocking at about a 70% rate here in set number 2. Here we go. Down 2-0, up 1 game to nothing. Tom Yore serves the ball down to his 5 quickly, advances it to his 3. Yore once again from pull shot position. There's Park again to make the block. Rebound caroms back to Tom on the 3. Yore again. Tom down the middle he goes, blocked by Trevor Park. Really doing a good job. This is a completely different defender here in this second set.
It's interesting. Tom Yore is really controlling the center of the table, but his shooting percentage is way down. He's going to have to obviously pick that up.
Well, again, he is not taking the amount of time that he did on each possession in that first set when he was taking 6 or 7 seconds every time and having tremendous success. That could be a factor. And Pappas able to pick that one up. Now looking to go up 3-0. Billy Pappas taking his time. Walking it to that outside and trying to take it back to that far corner. Cartwright got a piece of it. It hops to the 5 of Tom Yore. Yore, bounce pass attempt is on goal. It's retrieved by Park. Park, quick pass attempt off a man off the outside wall towards the goal. Rebounded by Cartwright. And it's Park's turn.
For those of you at home that can go back and look at the first set versus the second set, you can see the difference in Trevor's defense. He's using much more of a flowing freestyle defense where he pulls in his second and his first guy of his 2-bar a lot more and basically trying to mess with Tom's head. He's really not trying to race anymore or be faster to the hole. He's actually just he's moving in and out of the holes and just trying to be very confusing with what he's doing with his defense. And it's been a great adjustment so far.
Very good points provided by one of the top goalies in the world, Brandon Moreland. Here's Pappas' possession on his 5.
It's just too bad I can't block.
Heck of a shooter, though. Pappas once again. Billy tried to go to the far side. Cartwright got a man on it.
Beautiful shot out of the back from Trevor.
Trevor once again playing good defense, playing good offense. It's 3-0. A nice response from Billy Pappas and Trevor Park here in game number 2 after that first game win by Yore and Cartwright. Of course, that first set, beautiful pickup by Pappas. Look at that quickness. If Billy can take advantage. Pappas walking it to the near side and finds that hole to the near side. What a play by Pappas. The pickup and the score. That is talent for you, folks.
Was there
It's
actually a
4-0.
hole there?
Not much.
You know
Enough
what
for Billy.
the definition of hand speed is? Go rewind, take a look back at Billy picking up that last ball, and you'll see it right there. That was one of the faster ones you'll ever see on a foosball table.
Hard right now, moving to forward position. Towards with a sore wrist. Now well can he really shoot the ball. Not a bad shot there, but it's blocked and taken away by his former partner, Trevor Park. 4-0 lead here in game number 2 for Pappas and Park. Nice pass again. Trevor Park playing a tremendous second game. Pappas now with a chance to even the match up at a game apiece. Billy fires it home to the far side. Credit Trevor Park with that win right there. Of course, Pappas finished it off, but Park scored a couple, blocked quite a few, in fact all of them, en route to a 5-0 second game win. Jim Stevens, Brandon Moreland, Brad Anderson once again on hand as we open up game number 3. And for all we know, this one could go down to the last ball as that first set did. That's all the year marks of doing just that. Great performances from the goalies so far. We'll see if the forwards can heat up a bit as this match progresses. Tom Yore with a serve. Now on the right of your screen, Yore and Cartwright on the left, Pappas and Park. Coming off a 5-0 loss in that second game, Tom Yore sets it up to see if he can regain that groove. It allowed him to shoot near 70% in that opening set. Tom Yore taking his time. Tried to go down the middle, stubbed the ball. Park with a block and the rebound.
Tom has really let Trevor get into this, into blocking actually in this match. He's gotten a lot of his shots back, and he hasn't taken advantage of them. He really hasn't made the adjustments that he needs. Looks like Lewis just wants to talk to his partner and give him some really good advice. He did this in the last match as well, and it really worked. He took him aside, said, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to make sure you take advantage of all your shot attempts and put the ball on goal, because this team's not going to go away easily. Even if you're playing great, they're still going to force a neat ball with you, like last set.
Play ball.
Cartwright now touches 2 men, putting the ball back into play. Lewis setting it up in pull shot position, about 4.5 inches off the wall. Has his shot blocked by Pappas. It comes back to Lou. Lewis out of Las Vegas, Nevada, angles that one into the goal off a man. It's 1-0. So finally, it had been quite a drought for Yore and Cartwright. It had been several minutes since they had scored a point. Again, you can see Billy Pappas very tentative on the 5. He's starting to release, then he freezes on it. Just not being aggressive offensively on that 5 row. Let's see what happens here as he steals it away from Yore.
For you goalies out there, good things happen when you clear. Lewis just basically dumped the ball off goal, out of his area, and it ended up, junking into the goalie area.
Great steal by Yore, who comes back with a wall pass to that inner wall after blocking the pass by Pappas on the far wall. You can see a dead race shown by Trevor Park. And a time call. Interesting. So Tom Yore set it up. Trevor Park showed him a dead race defense, and Tom Yore could not pull the trigger, and time was called.
Tom was just as confused as he could possibly be. Trevor's been blocking him great with a moving around, floating defense, and then all of a sudden Trevor just stood there, and he didn't know what to do with it.
Nice pass by Cartwright to his partner Yore. Chance to go up 2-0 right here for Tom Yore. From pull shot position, Tampa, Florida's Tom Yore. Try to go to that straight hole. Park baited him for it, then took it away. Trevor continuing to do a good job defensively. And he does it again here as he takes away that rolling pull shot effort. Park completely shutting Tom Yore down right now. Here's Pappas. Billy along the wall, off a man into the goal. A break right there for Pappas and Park. It's 1-1. We move ahead to later in the third game, all tied up at 3 apiece.
I still don't see the intensity that Tom Yore showed the first match of this final. Energy level is down a little bit.
That'll happen when you get blocked about 80 to 90% of the time.
I suppose, yeah. Let him.
Everybody ready?
Ready.
Let him stroke a couple more shots, and then maybe that energy level will jump.
Oh, hold on. Tom Yore now setting it up in full shot position, looking for a 4-3 lead. Yore taking his time. Really sitting on the ball, tried to stroke that long. Blocked by Trevor Park. Park continuing to do a tremendous job defensively, and he's also scored a few. Short side effort bounces towards the goal, rebounded by Cartwright.
I smirked a little bit when Trevor and Park won the.
Lewis Cartwright, long, booming pull shot. Beautiful play by Cartwright. It's 4-3.
That was the shot of the match so far, right there.
Back comes Pappas. Tried to come to the near side. Blocked up into the air and off the table. So Lewis Cartwright, we're really seeing some tremendous defensive play, goalie play, both defensively and offensively, from the former partners, Cartwright and Park. But back comes Billy Pappas. Billy knows he's up against it. He brings it to the near side, finds that hole to the near corner. It's 4-4.
This has been a really confusing match overall so far, and let's see how this game plays out.
4-4 here in the pivotal third game. Tom Yore now has first opportunity to put away this third game and take a 2-1 lead. Yore from pull shot position. Strokes it down the middle. Tom Yore with a stroke and pull shot right down the middle between the men of Trevor Park. It's 2-1.
I have to admit, coming from someone with a pretty decent recoil, Tom Yore has the best finish of his pull shots. He really goes into a great pose.
You know what?
After he pops one into the goal like that.
It's almost Elvis-like.
It's semi-Tiger Woodish too. He goes into this, fist pump.
Well, a couple of kings there. Elvis, Tiger Woods. Trevor Park certainly playing like a king, but Billy Pappas just does not seem to be able to find a groove. Lewis Cartwright's been great. Tom Yore continues to shoot well, especially in the clutch, which has really always been the rap with Tom. Does he hit the big shots at the big times? He's certainly doing it today.
He has so far today, yeah.
Found that thing then, kid. Let's go. Ready? Gotta remember that. Ready, Billy?
Here we go. Pappas and Park now on the right. Yore and Cartwright on the left. It's 2-1 in favor of Tom and Lewis. 1 game away from the world title in open doubles.
And at this point in the match, I really wonder how much Billy and Trevor are thinking about the game, whether or not they're thinking about the fact that both of them have had a history of being double-dipped. I hate to say it this early. I mean, they still have 2 games to work with here, but you have to wonder if it's creeping into their heads, how it's going to affect the play.
Lewis Cartwright fires that one on goal. And it's 1-0 as Pappas gets his team on the board first here in game number 4. I looked away briefly. I didn't see it, but I heard it, and I knew who shot it.
It was a beautiful push side.
Back comes Yore. And Tom Yore strokes it home and then does his Elvis impersonation on the recoil. It's 1-1.
What I was just about to say actually about Billy before he made that last push side was that he needs to change his timing up. He's shooting it at about 5 to 6 seconds every single time. He needs to go with the quick count every now and then and, the long count every now and then.
You could say the same with his 5 as well right now.
It's true.
All right. Well, Michael Archer, the referee, as you can see.
I believe he just called a reset too on Tom.
1-1 here in the 4th. Cartwright taking his time. Goes to the short side, blocked by the 3 of Pappas, comes back to Lou. That ball grabbed on the 5 by Yore. It's 1-1 here in the 4th. If Yore and Cartwright win this game, they're the champs in open doubles. Also have championship doubles still upcoming, and that'll be tomorrow, the final. Trevor Park able to stroke one in inadvertently, but points is points, as they say. It's 2-1, and Trevor Park now moving to forward. Billy Pappas to goal. Perhaps not a bad switch at this time.
Once again, goalies, clearing is very important. Even if you mess up your intentional shot and the ball jettisons around and goes in, that's a point. You don't ask questions.
And Tom Yore again, really feeling it on the 3. It's 2-2. Pappas back to forward, Park to goal.
But you would prefer for your points to look like that with Tom Yore passing and scoring beautifully.
Hey, points is points. Reset warning. Pappas, shot attempt, up into the air, and off the table.
We're on warning right now?
Yes.
Let him have the ball.
Pappas able to pass it through. Sets it up. And fortunate effort right there, but he'll take it. It's 3-2.
That's 2 of them so far. He's kept himself in the match with a bunch of breaks, but hey, you just wheel that ball into the goal and you do whatever you can to get it in there.
Pass attempt along that inner wall. Park with a rebound. Yore could not connect. Full kick effort on goal, rebounded by Pappas. Billy walks it out to that far side, try to come back down the middle. Cartwright with a block. Lewis working so hard back there. How can he do this all weekend long? Pappas try to go to the far side off the corner and into the air. Yore through the lane. Looking to even it at 3 here in game 4. Tom has hit 2 solid longs. And there's another one. Tom Yore. It's 3-3 as Yore starting to feel it down the stretch here.
There's that intensity level we were talking about. It's definitely picked up after the last couple of shots.
And his 5-man D has just been sensational, although certainly Pappas has been hesitant on the 5. But a lot of that due to the excellent defense of Tom Yore. All right, it is nervous time down there on pit table number 1. It's 3-3 here in the 4th game. Lewis Cartwright puts the ball back into play. Cartwright strokes home that long pull shot. It's championship point for Yore and Cartwright. Here we go.
It's 2 enormous points for Lewis Cartwright. 4-4 in the last game, and then 4-3 in the last game and 4-3 in this game as well.
Billy Pappas, possession on the 5. Trying to go through the lane, block back towards the goal. Trevor Park shot attempt, grabbed on the 5 by Tom Yore. Yore, who has been sensational in both of these sets, cannot hold on to it on his 3-row. Billy Pappas now with a chance to even it at 4. So Yore had a chance to grab it on his 3 with an opportunity to win it. Instead, Pappas now with a chance to tie it at 4. Try to go to the far side. Cartwright continuing to do a great job. Hustles after the rebound. A lot of table movement. No call. Yore grabs it on his 5. Tom Yore. Try to go through the lane. Knocked down by Pappas. Again, Yore. Yore along the wall. Tom Yore with a chance to win the championship in open doubles here at the Worlds in the year 2005 as he has possession on his 3-row, and he's been hitting one big shot after another all day long.
If Tom makes the shot and they win, you still have to, I think, need to credit Tom's defensive 5. He simply shut Billy down on the 5.
Yeah. Here we go. Tom Yore puts the ball back into play. Sets it up in pole shot position. Tampa, Florida's Tom Yore. Clock is running. Yore. Try to go to that straight hole, knocked down by Park. Grabbed on the 5 by Yore. Tom. Try to go along the wall, blocked away. Here's Billy Pappas with the ball. Pappas now setting it up in full shot position. He's always dangerous offensively. Brings it across, fires it down the table, up into the air, and off the table.
Billy really put a lot of mustard on that last shot. He wanted to force that 4-4 point and put a lot of pressure on Tom after getting that block.
Billy Pappas playing that goalie position. Physically, he and Trevor Park are almost twins. Lewis Cartwright, who has been huge, slices this one on goal, blocked by Billy Pappas. Pappas, always dangerous. Shot down the middle again. Lewis Cartwright hustling after the rebound, knocks it off the table.
Good shot selection by Billy so far. He's been able to get the ball out of his area all 3 times.
One of those was Trevor Park, we thought, but it was not. It was Pappas. Billy once again fires it home. What a 2-row he does have. Shows it to you right there. It's 4-4 here in the 4th game. They're still alive. It is World Championship point for Tom Yore and Lewis Cartwright. 4-4 here in the 4th. Tom Yore goes through the lane. His second chance to put it away. From pull shot position, shooting against Billy Pappas, Tom Yore. Trying to stroke that long. Pappas blocks it and takes it away. Tom Yore has had 2 opportunities. He's gone straight. He's gone long. Pappas now with the ball. He fires it into the goal. Billy Pappas hits point number 4. Billy Pappas hits point number 5 to take it to a 5th game. Look at Tom Yore. What disappointment from Yore. We're going to a 5th and final game.
Tom needs to shake that off right away. He needs to get back in this match. It's 5th game of the World Championships. He needs to lose that. What just happened, it does not matter.
So Billy Pappas and Trevor Park are down 4-3 in the 4th game. It's championship point for Tom Yore and Lewis Cartwright. Pappas makes the block against Yore, scores it to tie it, makes the block against Yore, scores it to win it in the 4th game and take it down to one final game, number 18 between these two teams in the last day and a half or so.
You really see some coming of age on Billy on that last shot too. He got back there, he blocked Tom twice on World Championship point and scored both points out of goal.
It's Yore and Cartwright on the right. It's Pappas and Park on the left. 5th game of the doubles championship, the Open Doubles Championship here at the Worlds. Pappas continuing to have difficulty on his spot. Yore. Chance to get on the board first here in game 5, and he does with that rolling shot down the middle. Tom was so disappointed after that 4th game when he had a couple of opportunities to put it away. As you said, he needs to shake it off. He's responded nicely here. Billy continuing to have difficulty, just so hesitant on that 5, unable to release. He is able to gather this one in. He'll set it up, looking to tie it up at 1. Billy walking it across the mouth of the goal, looking for the hole. And he finds it, stroking it home to that far side. It's 1-1.
You see the switching implemented by Park and Pappas at this point. They're gonna be using this for the rest of the match, all one game of it.
Park to forward, Pappas to goal. Tom Yore will be shooting against Billy. Yore. Try to go down the middle, blocked and taken away by Pappas. Look out here. He's got that rocket of a 2-row. Pass to the near side, nicely executed. Park not there to grab it. Cartwright has also hit some big shots from goal in this match. Almost turned it over to the 3-row. Is grabbed on the 5. Quick pass attempt blocked by Yore. Comes back to Trevor. Now awfully difficult. Trevor Park's been playing a lot of goalie. He's been playing well back there. And now he's expected to come up to that forward position and have an effect. Not easy to do. Instead, he's going to use the timeout and bring Billy back up there, I believe. And that's exactly what's going to happen.
Ready? Right, Tom?
Billy Pappas in the white striped shirt replaces Trevor Park in the red striped shirt. Here we go. And again, Yore with a steal. Tom Yore's defense has been sensational on that 5. Shooting against Trevor Park. Tom Yore. Trying to stroke the long, sprayed it wide of the goal.
Tom needed to take his time on that one.
Trevor Park in possession, about 6 inches off the wall, and he turns it over on a shot attempt. Grueling Open Doubles Final. This is the 10th game of this one. They played 8 other games
Thank you. I was just
yesterday.
going to say.
And we have a stoppage in play.
All right, we're good.
Hey guys, official time.
After the official time in, Tom Yore touches 2 men, putting the ball back into play. From pull shot position, Tom Yore. Try to go down the middle, blocked by Park. Rebounded by Yore, brings it across, sets it up. And executes that straight. It's 2-1. Just an absolute gut-wrencher of a match. Billy Pappas through the lane. Pappas taking his time, letting Lewis Cartwright work a little bit back there, and he finds that hole to the far side. It's 2-2, going right down to the wire. Billy says, let's switch. Trevor says, okay. And they do.
That's the shot I was talking about with Billy earlier. He taps it to the pull side about an inch and then goes all the way back towards that push side. It's
And that pass attempt blocked by Trevor Park. Back to Lewis Cartwright. Remember, Park and Pappas only have the 1 timeout remaining. Cartwright taking his time. Tried to go down the middle. Almost turned over. That is an illegal advance right there.
Huh? He hit it.
Yeah, he hit his guy.
Load off. They made the call.
It's a good call.
Right or wrong, they're decisive.
Call's been
Yeah,
made.
the spin carried it. It did not touch Trevor Park's 3-row. Those of you at home can rewind it. I could be wrong. I guess there's a 0.5% chance of that.
Tom has the right attitude of this. He doesn't think that that's what happened, but he's the decisive call. Get on with it. Let's go. It's
Not
2-2
sure about
in
the other
last
one.
game.
That one I saw pretty clearly. And good things happen for Tom Yore in this situation as he hauls in that ball. He'll set it up, shooting against Pappas. Billy's been blocking him pretty well. Yore tried to go to that long hole. Pappas raced him out there and made the block. Trevor Park, I imagine, will stay up here. Park along that inside wall. He'll set it up, shooting against his old partner, Lewis Cartwright. Looking for the lead. Glendale, California's Trevor Park. Try to come to the near side, blocked up into the air and off the table.
That's really got to be an interesting feeling, having been to those finals with Lewis before. Trevor shooting on his goal, his former goalie, trying to get the win in open doubles at a world title.
Yore through the lane. Tom Yore now from pull shot position, once again looking for a 3-2 lead. Tom strokes it to that long hole. Pappas calmly makes the block, but the rebound comes back to Yore. Yore with the fake and strokes it home. Beautiful shot by Yore. He gave the fake, immediately went into that long pull shot. It's 3-2. Pappas back to forward. Gilly along that wall nicely. He'll set it up, shooting against Lewis Cartwright, looking to even it up at 3 apiece. Walks it to the near side, back towards the middle. And strokes it deep to that far side. It's 3-3. What a match here on pit table number 1. One of the best matches of recent years shaping up here in this doubles final, the open doubles final. Yore tried to go along that wall, knocked down by Trevor Park, but he can't hold on to it. It squirts back to the 3-rod of Tom Yore. Once again, Yore will be shooting against Pappas. Always look for that rolling pull shot, but Tom does set it up right here. Yore executes that straight. It's 4-3. It's championship point for Yore and Cartwright. Pappas back to forward. Billy's pass attempt knocked down by Yore. Pappas once again looking to advance it from the 5 to the 3, but Yore steals it away and calls timeout. Tom Yore's defense on the 5 continuing to pay dividends.